All right. Good. Lovely. Cool. So welcome. Thank you for being here. And so today we're just gonna do a very very relaxed and chilled out class, because it's really warm, so we're not going to move too much. We're not going to sort of like bring energy up too much. We're just going to do we're really just going to sort of, I was going to take us through a guided meditation to just really sort of like ground and get into the body that way instead. And then we're going to do Kirtan Kriya, and I will explain more about it when we get there. But Kirtan Kriya, we have done it before. It uses the mantra Satanama. So it's sorry about that. It's a seed mantra, and it's sort of broken down from the mantra Satnam, which I'm sure you recognize and you've heard it before. It's one of the main mantras of Kundalini Yoga. So when you take the different parts of, so Satnam in itself is a seed mantra, so it's one of the core mantras, so it's a very powerful and sort of like deep, sort of rooted mantra. And then when we take it apart, so it's almost like sort of like like splitting an atom, so like splitting the seed. So the Satanama actually becomes even more strong and powerful. But like I said, I will talk a little bit about Kirtan Kriya. There's a lot to say about it. It's one of the main sort of kriyas of the Aquarian age, the age that we're in right now. So there's a lot to say about it. There are many sort of effects for it, and all of that. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it when we start. But to begin, we're just gonna tune in. So we're gonna tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, 3 times. And we use this mantra to connect to the chain of the golden chain, even of teachers who have come before us, practitioners who have come before us, and just tune in to that frequency and to that energy, to bring that all of that wisdom into our own space, and also to open up the space that we're in energetically, to sort of to set the stage for what it is that we're doing here, working with energies, working with energies within the body, and also outside the body. And then we're also going to be doing the Mangalacharan mantra, Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name, and also 3 times. All right. But we'll get started. Come and just close your eyes and rub your palms. Let's just do that, like a very, very gentle rub, and then just pressing the palms into one another and bringing them to the sternum. Because it's really warm, so we don't want to bring too much heat. Already have a lot of heat in the body. Just close your eyes, creating a length in the spine all the way from the sit bones and the tailbone up into, all the way up into the neck and the head, folding the chin in slightly. And taking a deep breath in through the nose, letting the belly expand, and breathing out slowly through the nose. And taking another smooth, soft, gentle breath in. and out. Just arriving in your body in this moment, disconnecting from the past, disconnecting from the future, just being here. Recognizing that there is always only this now moment. And when we arrive in our own bodies and stay present with ourselves and with the moment, we are best equipped to act and respond effectively to what is happening here and now. And this is what we practice, training the mind to stay focused and present. All right, one more deep breath in. Really deep, filling the lungs, expanding the belly, lifting the rib cage, expanding the rib cage, and releasing. Exhaling completely and fully. And then we breathe in to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name, Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name, Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Just for a moment, looking up at the third eye point, imagining a white ball of light surrounding you, protecting you, calling in any support that you feel like, and then breathing out, releasing the hands down. And yes, so I think let's just start by just getting a little bit of movement into the spine. Just because it feels nice, because we're going to be sitting in Kirtan Kriya. Unless you want to lie down, which you can do as well, but like I said, we'll get to that. So just come to all fours, like this, and we're just gonna move in cat-cow. Oh, I have a little bit of stuff in. There we go. And we can just move very slowly, unless you're catching this the replay of this and you're not in like 38 degrees. So if you're feeling nice and cool, you might want to move quicker. Otherwise, let's just move slowly and with intention here. So breathing in, bringing the chest forward a little bit, raising the head a little bit, arching the back a little bit. So we don't have to push too hard. Just keeping a lot of integrity in the core so that we don't push into our lower backs too much. So you can pull in the navel as you come into cow pose, breathing in and then breathing out, continuing to pulling the navel in towards the spine, rounding into cat pose. Close your eyes, focus at the third eye point, and just move very gently at whatever pace you feel like. So if you want to pick it up, you can. Maybe starting slow and then coming in to a slightly faster movement. Breathing in, Sat, breathing out, Nam. Vibrating the mantra silently. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. And like I said before, keeping a mantra on the breath just allows the mind to anchor. To stay focused. And then on your next inhale, come to center. And we'll come into a child's pose just quickly here as well. Bringing the sit bones down towards the heels, if that's accessible for you, and then bringing the head towards the floor. Stretching the arms forward. And if this is not accessible for you, you can just keep your hips high instead. If you, for any reason, if you have knee problems, hip problems, whatever it is. Or you can also use like a pillow or something to rest on, to put in just in front of your legs. To have the belly rest on something. And then just breathing into the back here in child's pose. Expanding the lungs, feeling that expansion in the upper back. As you take deep breaths, creating space. And just stay in this position for a while. Just relaxing, letting your head rest onto the floor. Feeling that connection with your palms against the floor, your legs on the floor, your head. Allowing yourself to experience that meeting of yourself with the earth. Allowing yourself to feel heavy, slow moving while still being completely vibrant inside, just like the earth. To us, it seems that plants grow very slowly, but they always have this complete vibrancy and high frequency, high vibration to them. So as you're here connecting to the earth through your palms, through your legs, through your forehead on the floor, breathing deeply into your back, imagine yourself as a plant or something that's completely connected to the earth. Drawing on that nourishing energy from the earth, allowing it to filter through the ground up into the floor and into your body, as if a golden light starts to find its way into your fingertips and your hands, into your toes and your feet and legs, up into the arms and the thighs, into the head, the hips, up into the belly, and from both directions coming into the heart space, just filling your entire being with this golden light. The power of the earth, the power of nature, this awe-inspiring, massive power, yet gentle and nourishing. And find that place within yourself that holds that same power. Allow that to come forward, to grow and flourish within you. And then from child's pose, as you take your next inhale, lift the gaze, walk the hands in towards the knees, and then come into a seated position. And we're gonna move straight into Kirtan Kriya. So Kirtan Kriya is actually, let's just sort of land here for a moment. Cool. Yes. So Kirtan Kriya is, like I said, it uses the mantra Satanama, and there are a few components to it. So we have the mudra, which moves with the mantra. So it's pointer finger, index finger to thumb, long finger to thumb, ring finger to thumb, and little finger to thumb. And all of our fingers represent different planets, also represent different qualities, such as knowledge, wisdom, like the power of the word is the Mercury little finger. And all of these we sort of seal in as we move through the mudra. So the mudra will move with the mantra. So it will look like this. Sa, da, na, ma, sa, da, na, ma, sa, da, na, ma. So we start with the pointer finger, index finger, and then we move through the sa, da, na, ma, sa, da, and we'll have our arms here on the legs. Straight arms, and we will go like that. Sa, da, na, ma, sa, da, na. So the meditations, meditation kriya starts with so we'll have music to go with this that will guide you. So if you're watching the replay, I will put the name of the song and everything in the comments so you can get that. But it's literally called Kirtan Kriya long version. And it will start with our speaking the mantra, sort of like half singing the mantra out loud, and then it will move into us whispering the mantra, and then it will move into a silent phase where we are still doing the mudra, still moving the fingers and vibrating silently the mantra. And then it will go backwards again, so it will be whispering and then back to speaking or singing out loud, and that's the full kriya. So, like I said, this kriya is very powerful. It the different parts represent the different sort of voices that we experience in this world. So the speaking out loud is the voice of the humans. That's our human part speaking, right? The whisper, they call it the voice of the lover. And so you can imagine sort of like the whisper is coming a little bit closer to your sort of like internal space. So the speaking out loud is like your personality, your body, your everything that makes you human. And then the whisper is coming a little bit closer. It's the voice of the lover, and it's sort of like the bridge between the human and the if you want to call it God, if you want to call it universe, if you want to call it spirit, if you want to call it super intelligence, whatever you want to call it, the bridge between the two, the thing that makes us all, the thing that lives inside of us, that gives us life, right? And then the silence is the voice of the divine, so God, super consciousness, whatever. So we go through all the stages, and all of this is present within us, right? So that's also the experience. This is a pretty long kriya. If you don't feel like you can sit for about half an hour, you might want to sit against something. You are also free to lie down or sit on a chair. That's absolutely fine. Lying down is a little bit risky because it's easy to fall asleep when you're lying down, but the main thing is to keep your spine straight. And one last thing I'm going to say about this is that as we speak or whisper or vibrate the mantra, we imagine each part of the mantra coming in through the crown of the head and moving through like an L shape. So moving in from the head, top of the head, and then out through the third eye. So it's like an L shape like this. And so with each sort of like part of the mantra, so like sa, da, na, ma. So you can sort of like just imagine that moving through your mind. And that's just something to try and incorporate as well. If you ever get tired, you can take a break. Just listen to the mantra as it is expressed in the song. Continue doing the mudra, and then you can come back to it. But do try to stay through the whole thing, and just try to focus on your experience of everything that is happening through you. And that's really the point with Kundalini Yoga, that we observe ourselves and allow things to come up as we move through the Kriya. And staying with the Kriya allows us to clear those things that come up. Very often we can be like, I have gotten so angry with my teacher, like in class, like just getting annoyed. um, and yeah, and it's just stuff that wants to come up and out. All right, we're gonna get started. So I will play the song, and we're gonna do the mudra, remembering the L shape of the mantra as it moves, and just following the music. So I will mute myself as well, so you won't hear me. And if you see me, if you happen to open your eyes and see that I'm not doing anything, that's because I am leading the class, so I've already done my practice. Just continue and I will let you know when we're finished. Yeah, one moment. All right, here we go.
inside.
And take a deep breath in. Hold the breath for as long as it's comfortable for you. So keep holding the breath. Looking up at the third eye point. Holding for as long as is comfortable for you. When you are ready, you can breathe out slowly or keep holding the breath for a while longer. As you breathe out, just come into perfect stillness, letting the hands rest on the legs, keeping the eyes closed. Focus at the third eye point. And you see if you can sit there in silence and stillness. And then take a breath in, reaching the arms up overhead, spreading the fingers as far wide as is possible, keeping the arms straight up, spreading the fingers wide, just taking a few deep breaths here. Holding the arms where they are, breathing deeply. And then on your next exhale, slowly bring the arms down. And once again, just rest your hands on your leg. Close the eyes. And instead of lying down in Shavasana, we're just going to take a couple of minutes here. Unless you are watching the replay, you can pause the video if you like and lie down if you want to take a longer rest. Otherwise, just staying seated. Watching the flow of the in breath and the out breath. letting the effects of the Kriya to settle within your being. An incredibly powerful Kriya that works with the electromagnetic field, balancing out the positive and the negative energies to bring us into alignment and stillness in mind, body, and spirit. And we're going to close, so you can bring your hands up to the heart center, keeping your eyes closed. Rubbing the palms, taking a breath in and a breath out, and then pressing the palms together, bringing them to the sternum. I'm going to close with long time sun and 3 long sat nam. Breathe in for long time sun. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Nam. 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 But now we can bring your hands up to the third eye point and take a bow if you like. And then bringing your hands to cover your eyes, opening the eyes into the palms of your hands. And then when you're ready, you can release the hands down. And thank you for being here. If you stuck with the Kriya all the way through, I hope that you could feel the effects and the power of it. I know it's a little bit difficult to stay focused and stay with the mantra for that long time, but it really does sort of align everything within us, and it's a beautiful Kriya to come back to. You can do it for a shorter amount of time as well. You can do it just as, because it's a Kriya, you can do it by itself, and still get the full sort of practice of Kundalini yoga. All right. I'm going to stop the recording